Hello, my name's Niranjan, the host of Master of Your Crafts podcast. Learning from leaders who are continuously inspired, passionate, and driven to align with their soul purpose, sharing their gifts to bring healing to others. The music is composed by Rebecca Everett. Today is episode number 94, and I'll be talking to Chancellor Kay Jackson, who was born in Fulton County, Georgia, to Native American parents, grew up in Smyrna, Georgia, and attended Stetson University. For 9 years, he played football at high school and collegiate level. After graduating with a bachelor's degree in communications and media studies, Chancellor lived abroad in China from 2018 to 19. Chancellor fell into writing after his traumatic experience of being arrested and detained in Beijing for 14 days. His first book, 14 Days in Beijing, has ranked number 1 over 15 times on Amazon in multiple genres. Chancellor has also released a romantic saga about a man's first step towards gaining emotional intelligence titled You Love and You Learn, and Real Love Never Dies, all available on Amazon. Hello and welcome to Chancellor. How are you?
Hey, blessings and balance to you. Blessings and balance to everyone that's tuning in right now. I appreciate you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure, and I want to say an honor to have you on my show because it seems like you've been through the mill, as we say in England. You've had quite the journey and quite the experiences, especially as of late with your book, your music, and all the bits in between, with what I'm sensing also a passion and a drive to make life better for others, to inspire them to be more.
Yeah, so one of the main people that influenced me heavy is Nipsey Hussle, who's no longer here with us. Rest in peace to him. But Nipsey Hussle was a rapper from South Central Los Angeles. He was a rolling 60s Crip. You know what I'm saying? So he grew up in gang culture, of course, in and out of the streets. And it took him getting locked up one good time. And he was like, all right, when I get out of here, I'm gonna have to make something shake. I got to make some choices. I got to reapproach this life thing because I want more for myself and for my community. And I can't look for change. I got to be the change. So he said, so as soon as he got out of jail, and back in 2008, fresh out the county, nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? He already developed, found his talent in rapping, making music. So that was one of his famous endeavors, and of course, starting his own clothing line called the Marathon Clothing.
Right.
So those were his bread and butter, but he also had his hands dipped. He was a serial entrepreneur. He had his hands dipped in just about everything, for sure. He has the first smart store. You know what I'm saying? It's the 60s, rolling 60s Crip we talking about. You know what I'm saying? So just being able to, you know what I'm saying, go face adversity and take what you needed to take away from that situation, apply it to your life moving forward, and just never let no hard time humble us. Just double up.
So granted, he has played a role model or been somewhat of a mentor in how he has projected and navigated through life.
Yeah, for sure.
How else has that influenced your life?
Just with everything that, whatever you want to do, just know it's gonna be a grind. It's not gonna come easy. If it came too easy, it'll leave you just as easily. You know what I'm saying? So just knowing that you have to work for everything you want, and like that's why he called this thing the marathon. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna sit here and portray this ultimate poise like he been had this shit figured out. No, you gonna battle every emotion behind what you getting after. Every emotion. The only distinction quality between whoever else is going through this same thing, already went through it, or is about to go through it, is that you're not going to quit. You're going to take the stand that I'm willing to die behind what I'm getting after right now. And from that point on, it's like, I know who I am. I know what I believe. And that's all I need to know. And the universe will move out of your way.
So what do you believe about yourself, and does it define who Chancellor is?
So I believe about myself. I'm a God amongst men. A God amongst men. And everything that I've been through, the individual that I am, the spirit that I am, is in correlation to that statement that I made. Just my perspective, one, my perspective is huge because a lot of people don't think like me, or is not as, you know what I'm saying, just are not as positive as I am. I'm a very positive individual. It don't matter how bad things may get. It's like at the end of the tunnel, it's always something positive that we can take away from the situation. And just being resilient when that adversity comes into play, you know what I'm saying? Not backing down from the challenge or letting it put a sour taste in your mouth, or, you know what I'm saying, you tucking your tail between your legs, you know what I'm saying? It's done just gotten a hold of you. Nah, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna seize the opportunity and make the most out of it. And then just being the conscious individual that I am, with just the exposure I have, and the natural wisdom that's just been, you know what I'm saying, instilled in me. I just feel like I'm a breath of fresh air for most people, especially for people in my community. You know what I'm saying? You don't have too many individuals that's on the type of time that I'm on and possess the skill traits and characteristics that I possess. So.
What do you feel are some of the attributes that you have garnered, finessed, and perhaps polished through your experiences that connect you to your purpose?
Discipline, leadership, accountability, being dependable, as well as independent. Being wise, a sage, essentially. These are things that I already had instilled in me, but it definitely took football to fine tune everything. Football is a very, very disciplined and, you know what I'm saying, team oriented sport. So I'm a great team player on top of that. I forgot to add that in there as well. Football definitely fine tuned and shaped me into being the individual that I am, because my very first year playing football, I was 13 years old. You know what I'm saying? Most people have been playing football since they was 4 or 5 years old. So that whole developmental piece, as far as the knowledge of the game, and of course, physically, the physical attributes that come with the game, I lacked severely. So just, it took some time to catch up with everybody else. But once I caught wind, oh yeah, now I just have a whole go about and even more of a chip on my shoulder, just because I'm an underdog. You know what I'm saying? Most of y'all been playing this sport for a long time. I'm just not getting into it, but I'm very passionate about it and I love it. And I want to make sure I can be the best player that I can be, the best student athlete that I can be, the best Campbell Spartan that I can be. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure I represent everything in a good light. You know what I'm saying? Shed everything in a good light. So, but with football being my very first love, very first passion, like I said, and me being behind on it, I got a lot of work to do. So football has never been peaches and cream, to say the least. It's never, no. My entire football career has been nothing but a straight grind from high school all throughout college. Even getting to college, that was a grind within itself. I had to get everything out the mud, but with just me staying down and dedicated to it, I was able to play Division I football like I said I wanted to do when I first started playing football in 8th grade. So manifesting is another key thing that is proof of, you know what I'm saying, the God in me. You know what I'm saying? Putting your mind towards something and actually accomplish it, seeing it come into fruition.
So no doubt, building all these attributes and experiences that caught you through, be it football or be it travel or be it your sphere that you live in, your environment, your culture, are all influenced by those people around you.
Yeah.
So even though you consider yourself going in as the underdog while being in football, it's the team around you that lift your sail, if you will, that allow you to go into a more polished state, into more vigorous skill set.
For sure. Yeah, it takes a village to raise a child. Yeah. It's a collective. Everything we've been through is everything that we are, as well as preparation for what's in store. So just being aware and in the moments, always, not really dwelling on the past, because we can't do nothing about that aside from reflect on it. And shit, what we doing right now is gonna predict how the future gonna look. So really all we have is the now. And I just feel like a lot of people don't really live in the now.
Mhm.
And just aren't, just aware.
But it's often in these now moments that really influence our future and have influenced our past that puts us in that now. So for instance, you in your football position, in that now moment, recognizing your peers had been in the football field since they were 3 and you're at 13 years old, they've got 10 years on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yet you were surrounded by those who were more positively skilled, perhaps, that created that projection going forward for you in an uphill ride, if you will, because they had that leg and you joined them on that ride. Just as you're joining the influencer that you referenced at the beginning of the call, you joined him on his ride of what he built, the momentum, the positivity, and the possibility. So even though I feel that the now is important, it's equally influential of our future.
For sure. Yeah. Everything is preparation. Everything's preparation. For sure. I agree with you.
What do you feel is your calling, or perhaps one of your callings in this lifetime?
Everybody has a story to tell, and we learn best from our own personal experience, and you know what I'm saying, through others. So like I said, the state of that quote, you know what I'm saying, it takes a village to raise a child. Definitely learning from having different perspectives, because everything boils down to perspective, and this world is huge and everything is different everywhere you go. So that means there's a lot of different perspectives on the way life should be lived. So if you only grew up knowing one way, seeing one way, you only gonna think one way. It takes that exposure. So now you know what I'm saying, for your horizon to broaden and your perspective to broaden, you know what I'm saying? So definitely feel like being able to learn from others and help people share and spread their stories is one of my purposes, for sure. Because that's all I did. All my books are, I'm telling y'all stories that that really didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm working y'all through from beginning to end. That's it. And while making $1 off of it. On top of that, you know what I'm saying? You go through experiences for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Of course for you, but you might be able to help somebody else out. For sure. You know what I'm saying? And then you can make $1 off of it. Why not? You know what I'm saying? You already went through it. Might as well get paid for it.
There's a reason why things happen, and there's a reason why everything falls to you.
Oh yeah.
That is presented to you. For
sure. Everything is in your face, whether you choose to acknowledge it or not. It's right. The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. For sure.
So no doubt there were bigger reasons that were presented to you, especially in one of the books that you've written of the 14 days in Beijing, of how that came about and what were some of the biggest lessons that you learned in that experience?
Mainly I say the most important things that I was able to learn and gain from being locked up in China, was pretty much finding myself and who I was and what would be my purpose. Because beforehand, when football came to an end in November 2017, my senior year of college, I was at a crossroad. All right. Football is over with. This is something you have embodied and you know what I'm saying, took on full-fledged for man 8-9 years now. And now it's no longer, it's no more. Mm-hmm. So it's like, damn, Chance, who are you? What's next? What do you even enjoy doing? Right. What do you want out of life? Who or what do you aspire to be? What's your purpose? I couldn't answer any of these questions I'm posing to myself. I'm like, damn, boy, I don't know who I am. But I got to start somewhere. I got to, you know what I'm saying? I got to start somewhere. So I just started applying for jobs. And I'm landing interviews. I'm talking about getting flown out, put up hotels, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't seem to land a position. And I did this whole process about 8 months. Right. 8 months. And I graduated everything. I'm back home like, bro, what is going on? I didn't do everything the textbook way to still, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm back home, still like as if I graduated from high school all over again. So, but I was like, hey, man, it's going to be a journey. You still don't even know what it is that you want to do. So it's like, it's going to be a process. You can't quit. We know that for a fact. You quit, you'll never be shit. So that's not an option. We might need to reapproach this job searching thing. We might need to try applying for different positions because we're trying to do the corporate world. And clearly the universe is letting us know corporate might not be for us. So we might need to look into something else. Looking into something else, more social work. Chance, you're good at working with people and talking to people. Find stuff that is geared towards that. That's when I came across the opportunity to teach English abroad in China. I applied. This is the first job to finally tell me yes after all this time. You know what I'm saying? So with football coming to an end, going through the trials and error, trying to find what's next. I get my foot in the door on the other side of with a company on the other side of the world that's finally willing to bet on me. I go out there. I'm out there for 6 months, living my best life, enjoying work, you know what I'm saying, meeting people. It's lit. It's lit. And then boom, I get locked up. You know what I'm saying? Then once I'm released, I'm deported from the country. And now I'm back to square one. All over again. Like when football first came to end, now I'm like, well, what's next? What we gonna do? I'm back to square one all over again. But I'm like, I can't quit. I can't quit. That is one option that it's not an option. I'm not even gonna allow that to be an option. I'm gonna figure something out. We're gonna make something shake. You just gotta, it's gonna, you know what I'm saying? Use what we got right now. So you already done worked abroad, so you have that experience. That's experience gonna open some doors for you. So use that to your benefit. And that's what I did. So that's why I'm still in education. I fell into coaching football. I played football, so that wasn't hard. I wasn't even trying to coach. I'm just out there watching. The next thing I know, now I'm out here coaching. I started writing 14 Days in Beijing that summer. So it took everything from when football first ended, applying, getting told no, finally getting told yes, going to China, enjoying it, then getting locked up, losing everything, and now I'm back to square one and having to rebuild. But now here I am, Chancellor, the best-selling author, Chancellor, the life coach, because I coach at-risk teams as well in my county, and we use 14 Days in Beijing as a part of our lessons to pull our life skills from. Football coach still. I also coach aspiring authors. So anybody out there that aspires to be an author, you have an idea or concept of a story, but don't know how to go about putting it on paper, tap in with your boy. If you already written the whole book, you've written the story, you don't know how to publish it, though, tap in with your boy. I can walk you through either process or both of them. Tap in. I own my own publishing company, which all my books are published through and my services ran through. And I also got one client who just dropped a book on the 16th of this month and was ranked #1 new bestseller in 2 different genres. It's called The Fatherless Child by Anthony McKinney. Y'all go tap in with it. Great read, no cap. And his book is published through my publishing company, but he owns all the rights and royalties and ownership of his projects. You know what I'm saying? We just put him on, you know what I'm saying? Got it published. So, what else I do? Oh yeah, I have a car rental service. I rent cars out. So I got, you know what I'm saying, passive income. So, and I'm gonna get more cars added to the fleet. So yeah, man. Now I can sit here and tell you and elaborate on who I am, what's my purpose, what I like, what I can sit there and answer all them questions now in depth and thoroughly. Beforehand, oh man, I couldn't tell you nothing. So it took all of that for me to be in this position that I am right now.
Yeah.
For sure.
And this is just the beginning.
Oh man, I'm just scratching the surface. Oh me.
It's just the beginning. At the ripe old age of 20-something, you are, at a guess, then, oh yeah, hold on to your pants because it's going to be right for the next couple of decades.
I'm already knowing, man. I'm like, man, it's scary to think about 30. I'm like, man, but 30 around the corner, boy. I ain't even telling what that phase of life gonna be like, boy, man.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of other lessons. So those circles that you keep envisioning and you're showing, yeah, you're going to be running a few more rings around those for sure. So with what you know and all that you've gained and the branches that you have leveled out into the different areas of skill sets and supporting others and handing off to others to be more empowered and to take control of their lives and really be mindful of what is it they want to present and how they want to present themselves to the world. What are your intentions with the number of crafts that you have garnered over the last while?
To be like Nipsey, you know what I'm saying? Jack of all trades. He had 2 that was his bread and butter for sure. But like I said, he had multiple endeavors: real estate, crypto, cannabis, man, the whole 9. He had his hands dipped in a bunch of different things. So it's just like, I see everything I got going on now. When football came to an end, I didn't know what else. I didn't know what I was good at. I know I could play some football. That's about it. Now I got to enter the real world knowing that the only thing I know for a fact is football. But I'm like, I know it's more to me than that.
Right.
I feel like that's a issue a lot of athletes have, student athletes for sure, especially when that sport comes to an end. It either makes or breaks some individuals. I've seen people that sport comes to an end. Oh man, they just go in the tank. It's bad. And I also seen some that prevail tremendously. They take everything that they gain from the sport and apply it to life. So, yeah, man, definitely. The purpose is to know yourself, learn yourself, and from you being able to have that knowledge and compare it to everybody else, you'll build your own morals, you'll build your own laws, you'll build your own commandments. That's the term I was trying to think of. You'll build your own commandments. You'll build a legacy for yourself, a blueprint for yourself. Because you know yourself. You know what it is that you want. You know what it is that you like. You know what makes you tick, what demotivates you. You know what I'm saying? You know that. At least you should. If you don't, well, you need to take some time and learn yourself first and foremost. You can't do anything until you do that. And you want to find a way to learn yourself. Go someplace where you don't know nobody. You don't know us. So go someplace you don't know nobody. I encourage everybody to take a trip. Go on a vacation. You just someplace you always wanted to go, but go by yourself. And don't be on your phone like that. Of course, use your phone to navigate, you know what I'm saying, to work your one. But as far as texting and being trying to poke, no, don't do all that. Be fully in the moment. Fully in the moment. You'll see how much you'll learn about yourself. For sure. But I went off on a tangent. What was the
Okay,
I went
that's
on,
okay.
what was the
It's all
question again?
relevant. It's all relevant because the solo trips at a very young age are very crucial, I
Yeah,
believe, at any age, let's put it that way, are
facts.
very crucial for you to learn more about yourself, whether you go to a English speaking country or not, but being by yourself has a huge influence on how you navigate with other people, how you move through the world. I mean, no doubt when you went to Beijing, it was a whole different scenario of, for a start, potentially learning another language and cultural nuances and all those pieces, which is leading me to the point of football in itself is a world
Yeah,
within itself, right? So
facts.
once you leave that world, you leave that secure place, teammates and leadership and all those wonderful attributes that are learned and harnessed in that moment. Once you leave that, you're a fish out of water.
Man. What? And it's scary. It's scary. For sure. You ain't, especially you ain't got nobody to show you the ropes. You know what I'm saying? Your parent, you ain't got that guardian or that parent that, you know what I'm saying, that can help you. Nah, you really out there, you gotta figure it out on your own. I done seen folks sink or swim.
Yeah.
Sink or
Yeah.
swim. For sure. A lot of people, at least from my community, turn to the streets when that sport comes to
Mhm.
an end.
Mhm.
And then they, you know what I'm saying, they become a whole completely different person. And it still might be a part of who they truly were from the very beginning, but it's just then took this new endeavor to bring that side of them out. You know what I mean? For sure. And yeah, man. So it's
So, what do you feel is the gap? What is that gap, other than the courageous for you who might say, okay, I heard it. I heard Chandler, I heard him loud and clear, and say, I am going to go on a solo trip and I'm going to go be brave and courageous to learn more about myself. But what about those who are not and who were possibly teetering on going to the streets, as you put
mhm.
it, or leaning into something that's a little more accessible?
You gotta find something that works for you. Every street pharmacist, everybody that's in the streets, but that had been successful. It's like, okay, bro, clearly you have skill sets, bro. You do realize you're pretty much running a business. You're essentially running a
A
retail business,
business.
bro. Like you
Yes.
could take this same energy, go get you. You got thousands of hundreds of $1,000 probably. You can't go buy you a LLC for $200. Yeah,
Mhm, mhm.
like you know what I'm saying.
That's
You,
country.
but it takes that exposure. A lot of them, like, man, bro, how you write a book, bro? I don't even say how you did that, bro. I don't. People think writing a book or becoming a published author is just godlike ability, special trait that, you know what I'm saying, only the select few among us will ever be able to experience or
Mhm,
encounter. Bro,
mhm, mhm.
we all have stories to tell. You
Absolutely.
have traumatic experiences. Everybody has traumatic experience that you can share if you choose to share it.
That's right.
You can write that. You can put that thing on paper. And publishing that's like pretty much, if you don't have a TikTok, you creating a TikTok account and learning how to make a video, making your first video, then post it. It's on that type of time. Like it's simple like that. So it's just that exposure piece.
What's the barrier? Well, how did this barrier even come into fruition for people to feel like it's a huge mountain and it's a huge feat to write a book or to consider my business under a license of an LLC? Where did that gap show?
So in the systematic, that's systematic right there. That's how America was, especially our communities. It's designed for that to be the result, and like it's been for fucking
Mhm.
generations. We
That's right.
talking, so
That's
you know what I'm
right.
saying. That's just
Yeah.
how it is. But hey, times is changing now. The pandemic shifted everything. Pandemic changed a whole lot, but folks started waking up then.
Good.
It really don't matter what background you from. Folks started to, okay, damn, well, we ain't gotta work for real, for real. Like we was really working these 9 to 5s just to pay to live.
Mhm.
Just pay to live. I keep a roof on my head, food on my stomach, clothes on my back.
Mhm. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That's not life.
that's right.
That's not life. Your purpose is not to make this millionaire even richer. That's not no. That's not it. So it's like the pandemic shut all that down. Now y'all just sit back. Man, I got a lot of time on my hands. Well, yeah. Let me reapproach this whole life thing. Let me pursue this interest a little more. Let me tap in. Let me do some research on this endeavor. Let me try this. That change, it shifted the paradigm, and now people is tapping in. It's a lot of people LLCs and stuff now. It's around my age. You know what I'm saying? So my generation is definitely a generation that I knew my generation was gonna be a generation like, nah, we not our parents. We not gonna be working at this company or this job, the same job for 20, 30. Nah, we not gonna do that. Nah.
Yeah.
Some of us will, but vast majority, a lot of us, no, we're not gonna do that. I'm gonna find a way. I was either gonna be sports, it's gonna be entertainment, it's gonna be business, or it's gonna be the streets. I'm gonna find something that's gonna work for me. But I know for a fact I'm not gonna do what mama done did, granny done did, great granny done. Nah, we not doing that. So I just see it. I see it now. So it's just really, it's a systematic reason why it is that barrier. But at the end of the day, times is changing. Technology has empowered us all. It's like technology is like the gold rush back in the day when folks was migrating from the South to the West of America. Just get in on technology is dead. That's technology now. People's lives have changed because of Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Vine. Like people's lives have transformed. I'm talking about just complete 180s because of this internet. So it's like, hey, boy, it's as big as you want to make it. It's go as far as you want to take it.
Yep. Anything is possible, right?
Tell you.
Anything is possible. So what's next for you?
To continue to grow Correlate Publications, LLC, get more authors up underneath our belt, and continue to grow the service of, you know what I'm saying, being an author coach or a publishing coach. Definitely continue to work with teens and youth like I am doing, because it's easy to mold a child than try to fix a broken adult. So definitely, you know what I'm saying, continue to work with the youth, and continue to travel more, and, you know what I'm saying, share my experiences in multiple ways. Continue to grow, you know what I'm saying, my car rental business, get into Airbnbs and real estate, of course. That's another great passive income. And yeah, man, just continue to hustle and motivate. Continue to run this marathon for sure. I'm still laying the foundation to everything. So it's like I ain't even been able to. I've laid the foundation. I'm slowly building on it. So like, just want to continue to build and get that thing standing nice and tall. You know what I'm saying? So for sure.
More and more experiences.
Oh, me.
Hold on to that ride. Hold on to that ride. Thank you so much for sharing your experiences, your lessons, and your wisdom that you have learned and shared so vulnerably and candidly in this conversation today. So thank you for taking the time. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you for having me. And I want to leave y'all with a quote. It's by Nipsey Hussle, and it's a lengthy quote, so it's not too lengthy, but it's wordy for sure. But I feel like it applies to pretty much anybody, and it definitely is a reflection of my journey, and how just my life has been for me. But it goes long-winded, running through this life like it was mine, never settling, but setting every goal high. 1,000 burpees on the path to my own self-destruction, no success. But what's a mistake without the lesson? You see, the best teacher in life is your own experience. And none of us know who we are until we fail. They say every person is defined by their reactions to any given situation. So who would you want to define you? Someone else or yourself? Whatever you choose to do, give your heart to it and stay strong.
And what a beautiful ending to a conversation. A very thought-provoking quote like that. Thank you so much, Chancellor.
I appreciate you.
I'm Naranjan, and you've been listening to Master of Your Crafts podcast. Please subscribe, rate, and review. and join me next week for another episode. Thank you for listening.